I've seen a lot of things in the martial arts in my lifetime. 45 years I've been training. And a lot of people will demonstrate something, and a lot of it's a trick. I've heard people tell me stories about, oh, I saw a guy do this, or I saw a guy do that, and I say, oh, well, here's how that's done. And it's just a trick. You know, I'm not critical of those kinds of tricks because a lot of times that's what advertising is. I mean, if you want people to come into the martial arts and to train, you have to, there's got to be a hook, something that captures their attention. And generally speaking, most people aren't attracted to the idea of hard work. Most people aren't attracted to the idea of, yeah, we're going to do thousands and thousands of repetitions. You know, we're going to practice for years just to perfect, you know, something like punching. We're going to take a traditional form and just do it over and over and over and over and over again until we not only can do it in our sleep, but we can use it for real. I mean, this is a whole different way of thinking that most people aren't accustomed to. But, you know, if they see smashing bricks or breaking ice or lying on a bed of nails and having stuff broken over you, or if somebody says, oh, it's chi power, and they go, ah, you know, and break a spear on their neck, then, yeah, that's pretty impressive. And then maybe get somebody in the door, and later on they can learn it's just a trick, but by then they've trained and they've experienced it. So it's really hard sometimes to tell the difference between what's real and what's not in the martial arts when you're looking and people are showing really kind of extraordinary things. And I think that one of the best ways to find out is to simply find out. You know, go check it out, see for yourself, experience the training. Everybody makes claims. My martial art's the best martial art there is. So go find out. Is it the best martial art there is? Or maybe more importantly, is it the best martial art there is for you? The one that makes sense to you, the one that you're going to like. Questions, what's the one you're going to train? What's the one that interests you? What's the martial art that you're going to continue to practice across the years? If you can figure out what that is, then you'll have something worth doing. You know, when I started karate myself, I actually am kind of a natural kicker. Kicking was more natural for me than punching. So you would think I would end up in Taekwondo, but I actually fell in love with Japanese karate, where the emphasis was on punching, the very thing I wasn't good at. So from a strictly natural perspective, you'd think that I should have gravitated towards an art that's more weighted towards kicking, and instead I end up in an art that's weighted towards hand techniques. And, you know, even when we talk about best martial art and right way to do things, you know, even so, that question is a highly personal question. I go places and I see them do technique, and they'll do like this kind of a punch, this traditional karate punch. And I'll say, well, this is the correct way, right? The correct way. And then I'll explain why. I'll say, well, it's correct because of this, because of this, because of this, because of this. And I'll go through the anatomy of the arm, the natural structure of the muscles, the way in which the vulnerable targets are easier to hit at this angle and this angle. And but maybe that correct technique, it's only correct from a certain point of view. It might not be the correct technique for that individual because that individual has a different agenda for their martial arts training, different than mine. Mine is practical, effective technique. That theirs might be artistic expression or tournament competition or winning or just preserving a particular style that they happen to like doing, that they think looks cool and they want to be a part of and be able to pass on. You know, whatever that is, you know, the person who decides what's the best martial art is you. You decide. Best martial art for you. Find it. Do it. Try it. I'm Chris Thomas, and these are some reflections from the masterclass. Thanks for watching. Now go train.